chosen ones, empaths, and all of the authentic, genuine souls out there that might not identify as a chosen one or empath just yet. You're not meant to see it the way you do. You're not meant to see it the way you do. Don't you understand how many victims of narcissistic abuse blame themselves? The relationship ends, they blame themselves, they fall into depression. And obviously you could be going through bouts of depression or feeling in a bad place at this moment in time. But I'm saying you've woken up. You see it for what it really is. The narcissist that was involved in your life didn't want you to see it for what it really was. They didn't want you to see it this way. Okay? They've had people in their past, people who they've people who they've shifted all the blame on, so to speak. And the person is shouldering the weight of the world on them, feeling like it's their fault. They messed up. Okay? Now, if any of you have any of those slight tendencies of feeling like you made mistakes, or it's your fault, or something of that nature, you need to eliminate that from your consciousness, your mind, your psyche, whatever you want to call it. You need to eliminate that as soon as possible. Okay? Because the narcissist is extremely annoyed. They're suffering, knowing you see through their BS. Okay? Knowing you see through their BS, you see through their games, you're waking up. They're suffering from that. Because they everything's about how they appear, isn't it? With the narcissist. You know, the performance they put on when they first met you. Oscar winning. They put on this whole performance. Everything's about how they're perceived. So if they know that you're out there and you see them for what they really are, you know what I'm saying? They don't like it. And the unmasking isn't, a lot of people think that the narcissist just decides one day to take the mask off. A lot of the reasons why you see the unmasking is from a theory that I think is to be true. Is they're unable to contain the performance. They're unable to contain that mask that's on them. And that's why throughout the relationships you see chinks in the mask. You see the mask slip. When you look back in retrospect, you see telltale signs and tendencies in this narcissist. And, you know, they struggle, they shift, they fret, they panic, they put the mask back on. You know what I'm saying? But you wasn't meant to see them for what they really are. You see through the BS now. Count yourself. Be proud of yourself that you see through this. It's not the fault of the people that didn't see through it. Narcissists that are involved in your life play a very good game. They're very good at manipulating. They're very good at making contorting your perception. Right? They're very good at that. Okay? So it's not the people's fault that blame themselves or anything like that. Because like I said, you may even have certain things that you feel like are your fault. Right? Or you blame yourself or feel like you could have done better. That's why I'm saying get rid of that out of your mind. Okay? The narcissist is deeply annoyed and frustrated. They may have even seen it towards the ending of the relationship, which might have encouraged the discard, for example. Could have encouraged the reverse discard. If they noticed that you wasn't plugged in the same way you used to be. You wasn't believing their BS the same way you used to do. You were starting to see through them. You weren't looking at them no more. You were seeing deeper. And a lot of this could have been taking place beyond your comprehension. But they would have seen the shift because they're on high alert, aren't they? Narcissists that are involved in your life are on high alert. They're waiting to see if you catch them out, if you see through their games, if you call them out. See what I'm saying? When they're in close proximity with you, in a relationship, on holiday, together. That's what I'm trying to get at. You're together, and they're putting on this performance. They know it could all come crashing down in a second if you just called them out on their stuff. They'll deny it. Of course they would. They'll deny it. But They're frustrated now that you see through exactly what they are. To stay informed on topics like these, subscribe to the channel. To become a supporting member, please use the link in the description box below. But they are suffering from that. Whether might be their ego. Their ego might have taken a knock. They could have got narcissistic injuries. You seeing they tried to leave you under an impression. Okay, that it's your fault. That you pushed them away, or it's your fault they cheated, or it's your fault they done this. They shift blame all the time, right? They would have tried to make sure that you thought and left you under the impression that it's your fault, that this thing, the reasons why this relationship ended, the reasons why things happened, that's the way they want to paint it. And if you're not looking at it entirely that way, then it's very, very good. If you're looking at it from a position that it's all your fault and stuff like that, like I mentioned those people, you're on a channel like this now, or other channels alike, so you're still a step ahead. But like I said, remove those things that the narcissist told you it ended over, or stuff like that, you know? You see through the BS. You see differently. You see differently now. Right? You see them for exactly what they are. They can't put on this performance. This performance won't work now, because you've seen what the creature is. You've seen what they are. They have no choice to put on that performance now. Some of them might try it, but a lot of them are stubborn as hell. So they won't even show you that version, the one where they love bombed you, stuff like that. Because they're getting irritated now as well. They're getting irritated that you see through their BS. Okay? They're getting irritated that you see through their BS. So think about it. Think about it. They're annoyed. You were certainly meant to be left under the impression that it's your fault, that they done no wrong. They will try to shift blame always. That's what they do. So you see them for what they really are now. You see them for what they really are, and stick to that. It's a huge blessing to wake up to narcissistic abuse. Like I said, there's a lot of individuals that are in narcissistic abusive relationships they don't know. There's a lot of individuals that have relationships have ended and they still never woke up to narcissistic abuse. Okay? As much as you might think that narcissism is commonly talked about, it's still not enough information out there, really. Especially when people are not covering it from the spiritual aspect neither. You know? Whether you want to take this as mythology or whatever, they have dark energy, dark spirits, devils, negative forces, whatever you want to call it. They are consumed. They are evil, to put it simply. They are evil, 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 decrepit, dusty. They're disgusting. They are absolutely disgusting. So, this is why you seeing now what they are as that disgusting parasite, which they know they're that. They carry that around with them. They know what they are. They're aware of all the hurt they've caused and manipulation they've done. They're aware of that. They know they're disgusting. Right? And you see them as that now. It's a blessing in itself. You was never ever meant to see them like that. Okay? So, I know you might not completely see them in that way. It's dependent upon where you are in your journey. But try to eliminate any... How can I put it? Try to eliminate any want or desire to be with them. Try to eliminate any thinking it's your fault, things like that. Okay, because that's part of the spell of the narcissist, to keep you under a spell, to keep you conditioned. Okay, so it's very fortunate that you see them for who they are now, that you've woken up. And remember, it wasn't their choice to take this mask off. They just couldn't contain that performance any longer. It was hard for them to do, to keep up with it day in, day out, day in, day out. Putting on this performance, it was very hard for them to do. And that's why a lot of the relationships end in a chaotic way. Outbursts, discards out of nowhere. They can't contain it. They can't contain the mask. Thanks for listening today. To become a supporting member or to donate to the channel, please use the link in the description box below. And if you'd like to know more about the narcissist wants you empath but knows they pushed you too far, click this video here, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.